ahead in your style. I woke up like this. That's pretty good too. So that's where we just were. Create bus routes to go around there. That's kind of the point of them overlapping a bit. Like, no bus necessarily takes you out your way. A bus kind of takes you to another bus. You want to get to the east side of the city faster. Train it out. Education. All your education should be on just about the same place. High school, elementary school, and college. College, the next level of education, beyond the mandatory, should never seem out of reach. I suggest that we make more community colleges. Really. I got a great community college build on the Sims that I think will work great for what I'm suggesting and pitching. That's even if you just want to kind of raise the price. Like, what package deal you want. You know? Let's see. Cinematic camera. So, college, community college, could give you a mild university feel. The thing that make a university versus a community college is that you can stay on campus. It's a real big difference. You know? If you want to make it if you don't want to be like, you cut out all the expense. Well, yeah, it shouldn't be too expensive to go to school and learn. You could even do districts, like have 2-3 community colleges in the same area. And they like monopolize the corner. Where this district over here that they're learning is the tech district. You got another 4 set over here where they monopolize the corner. And, it's when I say monopolize as far as school. Like, this is our biology, section. Quarters. The more the better. Especially when we have good product, right? Community college. If we have good product, which is, when we say the more the better, a franchise. Cheap burgers, because we got a chain across and we, pool and all of this, we're just one. McDonald's everywhere. Burger King everywhere, Wendy's everywhere, Starbucks now, everywhere. They got Starbucks in the hood. Keeps your prices down, or at a minimum for the quality. People can't help but see. One, it requires more upkeep. You got a chain and it's so easy and accessible. You bring in the quarters a lot faster than you would the dollars, or you bring in 75 cents faster than you would $1. You're like 10 times faster. All right, overall. But it keeps the cost of college down. Now, let's say we just do the basic where it's just a school, don't do housing. Like, the way the world works, here's your fee. Let's say it's a 12-week class. If the space is occupied for these 12 weeks, everything's ran off tablets and monitors. Initial setup of costs, but to be like this, the tablet is your book. You're just paying for your profile to access the multiple books. Because we're a school, we get a deal to keep the book company in business. Because you got to remember, a book company is more than paperback. A book company is a collective place of knowledge, like a library. A book is a library in your hand on a specific topic. Unless you're reading for entertainment, then you're reading novels. But in an educational sense, the accumulation of the knowledge in a cohesive manner that makes it learnable for an individual, that book has value. And that's what they're selling. Now they're just selling you the access to the book. Let's say you create a profile. You start with a student profile, and for an extra $10 a month, you still have access to the material that you learn. So let's say now you went for a paralegal, you're a lawyer, you still need the basics of, law, just to be like, let's see, as base, this is what I should do, or I should have down packed. I might need to brush up on that. You still have the information. What's $10 a month to keep that profile running? Books for the courses that you're taking, and all upcoming updates to the book, because law change, right? Or, nature change. I don't know, shit change. Basically, so you need updated information, updated data. And that's what the new books are. Extra fee after your initial fee to keep the knowledge learning on your own ain't nothing. But tablets, they only work connected to the school Wi-Fi. It's a place for you to learn. Personally, I would make them 24-hour facilities. At night, just the gym, library, and bathrooms open. Of course, classrooms aren't necessarily open, but a space to learn, and because everybody's here for that kind of, makes you want to build up like a mini university. But that's different. I got to build for that. Don't worry about that. So you come to class, 12-week program, say 5 days a week, set up for here. Books. You don't have to carry big books. You come in to learn. It's designated to learn. Everything you see when you look up is to learn. I actually had an idea for augmented reality classes, right? An operating system. Take this one with a grain of salt, because this one was just for, I don't know, I should kind of patent it, right? I don't know. But anyway, hands up, don't shoot, don't steal my idea. If you do, give me credit, give me some money. You're a person that would, as protection. Shit, anything that you hear is gonna sound like gibberish. It's gonna be la lay lu lay lo. Like what? Right. But so augmented reality glasses, facial recognition make them scary, right? Like if your profile is in a database, I can see who you are. I know your information, name, age, given operating system. But let's say you want to use them as rose petal glasses. You can. But how do you do it without making it intrusive? It's what we're looking for these days. If we're going to go digital, we got to go digital. Now, augmented reality glasses, instead of looking for facial recognition patterns and shit, we're looking for shape and stuff like that. Rectangles, circles. You know, a rectangle is a screen. Where I see a rectangle, I could place a screen. You know, I could always have a billboard of my objectives, whatever the fuck, on the wall. You know, TVs for sure. If you're looking at a TV or a monitor, you don't see the TV or the monitor. They put the rose-colored petal glasses, what you want to see. The information you want to learn. So that just made me thinking of the school, because you could do it, but to fine-tune it, you know, you could personalize a space. For example, the community college, everything's all about learning. Right now, we could just have a TV show, a TV station that's nothing but school. The teachers going over material, the some labs going on, so you learn some shit. You know, always on the TVs. That's what's on the TVs. Labs and teacher lectures and things like that on campus. Now turn that up. I want to hear that. Like, it's talking about cutting open frogs again. Like, yeah, I want to be the best surgeon here. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? But with the augmented reality glasses, you can fine tune it to where with your profile, every screen you look at is just what you have highlighted for you on your course. Every time you look at a screen, it's nothing but your course. Because Bluetooth is connected to your tablet. Every screen you look at, nothing but your course. Because the camera is looking for this shape, it's looking for the screen of, you know, the light from the TV, light from a monitor, to be like what type of sensors it could get. It's not looking at nothing but that. Like, too much. So even passively, you just, it's always in your ear. You know, pick it up. Like, let's see what this teacher talking about again. And I was half-ass paying attention. That's why that shit didn't make sense. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking doing that. Right? Because you're like, yeah, you can talk back, you can make jokes, but it's what you're listening to you're listening to understand. So you can replay it in your head all over without necessarily like, take it serious, brush it off. It just might be the teacher energy that you just can't brush off. Right. Sit there and shut up when you get to class. You might actually have some real questions when you get there, like, hey, question. Right? When you could just walk and listen like you listen to music over a topic. And today our duty is to learn. I said duty. Like, shit, what we learning again? Run it back. Right. So to fine tune to the learning experience. But more community colleges. You see community colleges like you see, you know, what you call it? Like not enough teachers to go around. How much you paying teachers at a university? That's why it's not enough teachers to go around. They want to hold their spot. Right. Want to hold my spot. But have more teachers. Teachers, it'll be right. It's like I want to go learn. I want to go teach somebody. Like I want to go learn this. You learn. You get the working hours. You come back. I want to teach. You know, you got the working hours. You got the learning hours. Here, crash course. Let's get you certified. We can use forklift driving, right? I want to learn how to how to use a forklift properly. You go to a class, you get certified using a forklift. You get the working hours using the forklift. You're like, you know what? I'm so good, I might be able to teach a motherfucker. Like, shit, get certified. I get certified. Go do the learning hours. Now you're certified to teach. Now you get the working hours teaching what you just got certified. Like, I might be able to build one. When you've been around them long enough, I'm an engineer in this shit. Have to repair, right? Go to school for repair. Now you're certified to repair. I'm tired of these bitches breaking down. Go get the learning hours, how to repair them. Like, or you repair them enough on the job just with the working hours. Like, you know what? Get certified. Run back to school. Get certified to teach how to repair. That's the education system. You learn something, you get the work hours. You apply to get certified, which is a degree or a certificate of completion. You have enough schools, like, ooh, even for those that got ADHD, you be like, I can't study long enough. $120 to waste when they give you the material. You come in, here's your iPad. You're really paying for the iPad, the insurance on the iPad. You know, education is a must. It's technically a non-returnable job in order for society to work. And that's what the point of generalized education. Because at the base, we should all know this. Now you make colleges, community colleges more available. You're like, yay, let's go learn. You know? Like, I want to do this, but I don't know how to do this. That school does it. It's a school somewhere that does that shit. How much for a course? $120. Shit. I ain't gonna get these new shoes, but let's go. You get a different enthusiasm when it's just easy to go. Like, what's the new standard, you know? What's the standard? Even if you just go back, you turn a community college, a trade school, into a community college. You know? Of course, you want to keep your language classes, your math classes, your science classes. But to be, like I said, you can monopolize a corner, like hospitals monopolize the area. You know, you got your medical districts. But you got to make it a big deal. So it's easy just to, yay, McDonald's. Easy to grab a $1 burger. You know, they went up a little bit, but it's still cheap compared. Starbucks. They're everywhere. You're like, it's a little pricey, but you see them enough, you can't help. Like, don't worry, we're going to lock you in here for 30 days. No, for 90 days. 3 months. Where you eat shit and sleep school. Like, shit, 3 months. Right? Might be a little bit more now than 120. Now you're looking at 4. Because that comes with a meal plan. the facilities, use the bathroom, and a place to lay your head. Like 4 for 3 months. Like, that's not bad. I got a roof over my head for 4 months, 3 months. I go back to school all the time. Right? Like, instead, it'd be cheaper to go to school than rent a place. Like, what'd you learn? Now, actually, I learned a lot. What you want to know? What's the trick to learning all that shit? You gotta know it's cheaper to stay in school. Now everybody want to be a teacher because teachers are in demand. Sorry, class is pulled up. Put you on the waiting list. Like, we need more schools. We need more teachers. Get these motherfuckers certified. Like, I phase out them. That's old school. It's a new wave. Who's certified in this? Let's go. You are hot shit right now. Right? Like, what techniques becoming obsolete? Phase it out. The certification program. You phase out the certification program. So as the techniques improve and the education improves, phase it out. Here's the new certification. Right? You're like, what's the generation? You give it 12-year gap. Right? For the next generation. 4 years of college for this, say, 3 cycles. Because, you know, every 4 years, how many people? Right? You're like, 10 technically. But 20, 25 generation skip. But it all depends on when your 25 start. So, it's like, might have came in the middle of the phase versus somebody who 25 started in the beginning of the phase to the end. The one in the middle get to see the fruits of it, how it ended, and where it's going to the next. Like, well, more colleges, more community colleges. That way, the universities ain't too big. It ain't so prestigious that it costs arm and a leg to be there forever. You know? So we can have a whole industrial corner where the whole point of the college is to learn how to repair the machine, get certified in repairing the machine, things like that. Turn them into trade schools a bit, automotive, you know, sewage and plumbing and shit like that, to actually learn engineering techniques, proper engineering techniques, things like that. Like 3 months, $120. I know for sure by the time I'm done, whatever I build ain't gonna fall over. Like, this is the standard. 3 months, $120. You know, like, man, you know what? This motherfucker was talking shit. I told the architect we should put this here. They're like, no, it won't fit because I know what I'm talking about. I've been building for 20 years. I'm gonna shut this motherfucker up. Sign me up for 3 months. How much? Here's the basics of architecture in 3 months. 5 days a week. You come back. Ha, motherfucker! I told you! Your math was fucking wrong. Like, this nigga went to school just to tell me I told you? You know? Because, like, they like, the math of it. Like, you're telling me the math. I'm telling you, when I'm out there in that field, this is what works. Like, I went to school for this shit. I got a degree. So I know what I'm talking about. Shut up. I know what I'm talking about. Like, motherfucker. You ain't in these trenches. You ain't in these streets. Experience, knowledge, and education. No experience is knowledge. Not that education isn't knowledge. You know, it's theoretical knowledge at that point. If you only learn and never do. Scholars. That's why they say scholars are soft. Compare scholars to being soft. You're managers. Yes, Pharaoh, I'll go get the whip right now. Look, if you flick your wrist like that, save your back. Get what I'm saying? They're like, it should be like, you ain't out here though. The actual grind of it. Right, theoretically. So, anyway, like I went to school just to learn this shit. You suck. Like, I'll be damned. I just thought it was stupid, okay? You son of a bitch. But that's how community, how fluent or how abundant community college should be. You make people want to be educators more. You know, teaching method. Now they should all be standardized and government ran. I do believe that. When I say standardized, that's why it's government ran. Government is just, think of a corporation or fast food chain. They all have the same suppliers. They all supposed to operate the same way. This is how you clean your bathrooms. This is how you clean your grills. This is where we get our shit from. This is when you got a name, this name on here. This is how the fuck it's ran. No matter if you own it or not. If you want to keep owning this motherfucker, and we don't get you for defamation of character, because that's not how we hold ourselves. You get what I'm saying? That's a franchise. They're all a franchise of the United States education system. So this is the standard of what we're learning. That's what I mean. The standard of the education. When I say it's not necessarily what you're learning, it's how you're learning. For example, you write your ABCs, A 100 times, B 100 times, capital, then lowercase, then capital and lowercase. Muscle memory and repetition. Basically, to teach you the basics, it's the same thing. Run you this through your head over and over and over and over. Over and over and over and over. Over and yes, over and over, I get it. Exactly. You get it. Right? Versus a more speedy, you like, here's this, and this. Like, now here's the next step. Right? Here's the next big plateau in the overall business of it. Like I said, from driving a forklift, to teaching somebody how to drive a forklift, to repairing a forklift, to teaching somebody how to repair a forklift, to being able to design a forklift because you repair something. You're like, you know what? We had less of these problems if we did this. It's just stupid that they would do that. How many times have you done something like, it's stupid, why would they do it like that? Yeah. Should have shut off my things a long time ago. Goddamn trash bins. It's too much pollution. So, right, didn't know it could get like that. I'm like, god damn, that's because I shut them off. Whoops. I didn't have none of these ones. See, that's when it's not running. Why this is important to turn off your incinerator. And it's to clear out your trash regularly. Pollution. Sometimes they have. Has been working. Put more if I need to. Nope, we're gonna keep it like that until it don't work. So yeah, education. Like, yep, here's the standard all around. So you learn the standard. Go into that. You know, the more efficient you come with stuff, the more you want to learn. You're like, here's the working hours, so go apply. You know, go find some working hours. I mean, if we're going to invest in infrastructure, like I said, what is the fucking problem of creating community college based on programs that teach the infrastructure? When you say infrastructure, you think of like roads and stuff, right? Why not? easy enough that everybody can learn how to do it, all hands on deck. Right? You're like, I can do that. Right? The education matters because, let's say you got a dumbass as your foreman, is that what it's called? Like our boss, those don't go there. You telling I'm the boss, yes they do. There's no boss there, don't go there. See, the book says, everybody like, yeah, the book says that. Those don't go there, they're not strong enough, boss. Right. The beam or the screw or whatever, it's not made for that. Everybody knows that the screw's not made for that. But sometimes you're like, screw, right? So, there and that. Even if it's just entry level. You know? Like, I go unload the trucks. Get to unloading the truck. Like, boss, come here. Look, if you're gonna be putting that up, you're gonna need, we ain't got them. We're gonna need these. Pull it up. That can't go up. Like, oh shit, got another shipment coming from here. I thought they were on that one. Fuck. You know? So even at entry level, you be like, here's what it's worth. Just unloading the truck. You ain't got to do nothing but go unload that motherfucker. Huh. Boss running around trying to get shit. Huh. What? You know, after all that, everything unloaded, set up. Why ain't nobody started? Or, you know, catch that bitch from here. Like, oh, what the fuck? Well, you know, that's just kind of how it. Yeah, I wait till in the morning. Built up pretty nice. God's building surely, slowly but surely. Right, because it's not a bus, right? It's not a street. Man. community college. We could have our whole sports or athletics department, right? And I'm finna go over here on this side of town. Why they got all the sports shit over there? Right, you know, physical therapy classes to this, you know. I go over there. My murder lot, that'll be the community college that I would build to be like community colleges. How long I've been playing? A little tired, I guess. It could be the marijuana. Senior homes. Nice little piece of land. In like one city. It all looks nice though, it don't look bad. Lucky I snoozed, got caught monologuing. But nah. I kind of want to go and show y'all the dorms on The Sims. The community college idea I would have for The Sims. Not for The Sims, just in general. Yeah. Not as class because they're so abundant. Prices are down. The market. Competition on the market. Look, I have to sell my stuff cheaper than them because there's a lot of them. So we all have to come down a little bit in order to make a fair market so everybody can make money. Right? You can always make your own college. I'm gonna make mine to specialize in this because this is what I want to specialize in. 。 That's where you're going to get the teachers from. The same people you're trying not to be competing with, which is the United States Board of Education. Unless you want to go pay teachers out of pocket. Like, why should we give you a little bit more money to pay them more? Because here's what you guys do, and here's the extra that we do. To be like, mwah. I like mwah. Here's the money. To pay that teacher a little extra to stay there. A little more incentive. Because education is a must. Like, if I could pay right now to find out where our poop goes, I would. The whole, like, system, how it works. Just to be like, how 3 weeks? Waste management? You know, $120. 90 days. Really. You gotta make sure that when you leave here, you tell motherfuckers about this shit. You know what you're talking about. Like, again. And again. Again. Shut the fuck up. Again. The life of the wife is ended by the knife. Like, life, not life. Oh, bloody hell. I've gone to with myself. You get what I'm saying, though? Do a few projects. Like, I could make a whole working thing of it if I want. Look. Like, son of a bitch. You know how much I pay for that? Yes, I do, actually. How much do you have, though, to pay for that? Bam. Education. School. More community colleges. You should be, the more, you know, say, you can't have more liquor stores than community colleges. So either you make a lot of community colleges, or you shut down liquor stores. Get what I'm saying? Have to think of solutions. Take it from alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Can't have more liquor stores and stuff than community colleges to create a market, a driving market. Right? Like, I ain't shutting down my shop. Here's the money for the college. Start balancing out, right? Like, too many schools. We need more liquor stores. Learning all this shit driving me crazy. Liquor store it is. Right? Liquor store versus. You know what? I think I'd rather have the liquor store, right? Liquor store versus gun store. Would you rather have the gun store in your community or the liquor store? You see, what I am what you call a thinker. You know why? So I would say stop, look, listen. Put it all together. Gotta think to put it all together. Like, what was the smart idea behind that? Like, well, 1 + 1. 2. It's 2 times 2. 4. What's that? You know, like that. So if you put that in that, what you get? You get that. But what I meant was to get that and that. To get that. You should have stated it like that. You added that in there when that didn't need to be part of the equation because you just wanted that and that. Now, what was I counting to add that? Oh, yeah. I was counting this, which is why we needed that to go with that. But yeah, we could have just divided that to get that for what we got. Because we needed that and that. You know, the equation. Now, what made you think that? No. Like, like, I don't know, like, why would you want that and get rid of that? You crazy. Like, sure that's what you want? Yeah. Like, that ain't what I meant. Like, look, that's what you said. I asked you, and you're like, yeah. When you should have said, well, you want that. Get rid of that. Like, sure. Right. What was I thinking? Like, no, you're wrong. So sometimes you gotta stop, visualize, you know, hold up this over this, or this, or this. Crazy. People ain't in sync sometimes. It ain't got nothing to do with not being in sync. You know? But anyway, education. We need more community colleges out there. More community colleges. As much community colleges as liquor stores to start. Then we'll let them fight. Fight to the death. Give me give me liquor. Alright. Like, what you want? So, it just makes sense. Like, everybody should know that. Like, what? Why should everybody know that? Because we use this every day. Why do we use that every day? Look. Gotta dig dirt every day. Break ground to make this shit. To know how to dig the dirt and use the tools properly, you need to know how to break up asphalt. How many people know how to break up asphalt? How to pave a sidewalk. Now, knowing how and not wanting to do it are two different things. But a person can't chip you if you know how. Right? I got everything I need because I know how to do it. I just need a person willing to do it. Right? Because knowing how and wanting to are two different things. Do you know how to play the game of basketball? Do you want to? You know, like, do you know how to bake? Do you want to? GG. Good game, GabbGames. GabbGames.com. Talk about it.